feel like Logan and Greg only heard that. Like Aaron and Travis were very like.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Like clearing my throat, even though I will be gone as quick as I get here. Oh, maybe I should turn on the music? Or I'll just lower the music like that.
What? Don't talk like that ever again.
Okay, and here we are. We are live. Irene doesn't understand when a host is talking. You don't talk over them or make jokes. Rolling the eyes. I see everything on this screen. Hello.
You know, I've been doing shows with you for a very long time, and I have certainly not learned that rule.
Nah, usually when I do my intro, you don't say anything until I introduce you.
You should like learn that skill in real life.
I don't introduce people in real life, only in podcast form. Hi, everyone. Hopefully everyone is good. Here I am. We are recording. There's no music. I am still a ghost. Everyone is waving. This is your 4th episode of Mazes and Magikarps. I am SBJ. Starting from the top, let's start with the man of the hour. I always introduce you last, but here you are, Greg, our DM.
Hello.
Woot woot.
It's right there. This episode and 2 more to go until we wrap up. Below Greg, we have Logan.
Hey.
Sorry.
I hear hiccups.
The hiccups you hear in audio form would be from Irene.
Hi. I think they're gone. I don't know. We'll see.
We will indeed see, like we see Aaron right now.
Hello.
Aaron's lighting is probably the most inconsistent every week.
You can make it brighter and darker. Just
Wait, you're not wearing your glasses today.
I know. People who are not in the stream and are listening to this as podcast form, you need to go back and watch it because you get to see me a rare Aaron appeared with.
Well, I think they could hear it. Like your voice is definitely different when you don't have glasses.
Oh yeah.
Non-glasses voice.
There's a distinct
Hi.
difference. Like the way that you speak, it's like you're definitely more kawaii right now.
And everything about Hawaii next to Aaron is
I said kawaii.
Travis.
Hawaii, but whatever.
I know what you said. That was the joke. Oh my
It
god.
wasn't a very funny joke.
It wasn't
here.
the joke because I don't get it.
Exactly. If Travis doesn't get it, then you can't make the joke.
Well, now, Travis, you know
That's
what
the
everybody
rules.
else feels like.
Me, literally every day of my life. Logan's like, oh my god. One of my favorite gifts is from But I'm Not a Rapper.
So I'm going to cut you off because we're already starting late and I got to start the show. Greg has like 4 days of content to do in 3 episodes. I can like eagerly just see Greg's face like melting as how he's going to do this episode. We are going to run until 9 p.m. Central Time.
9:30. Let's do 9:30.
9 p.m. Central
Why?
Time. And I am
I
going
need to go to
to
bed.
pass it off to Greg. He is going to introduce it. If things are wrong, if sound needs to be adjusted, please let me know. I will be in chat the entire time, hanging out. I will pass it over to these guys. Greg, just give us a recap, and we will dive right in.
Yes, quick recap. You found Bob. You chased Bob. You met Bob and not Bob and the rest of the gang. Bob and not Bob and the rest of the gang tried to kill you. Then Bob got charmed. And then some guy dressed in all black with a mask showed up and took care of business and took care of Bob. And then you arrested Bob. And then you found your way out of the maze that is the lower city. And you turned Bob over to the guards. And Talia had read the guy in all black's mind and found out a whole bunch of information. He also found out a whole bunch of great information from Bob from being charmed. And then you decided to check out Majestic, where the party people went, Stephanie, Brad, Tiffany, and Scott. And we stopped when you entered in Majestic. And it's packed. It's full of people with doxes and what they call floxes. And Gloria is tending the bar, and that is where we left off. You all have some. I'm assuming you're going to take at least a short rest while you discuss, so you can recoup.
Definitely.
But
We need
it's
some
up to
HPs
you what
back.
you wish to do next.
I don't think I took any damage, did I?
No, because you were confused.
I don't think
Oh,
I
I
did
took
either,
3.
did I?
I took 3 damage. I'm fine.
None that I
I
recall.
actually still have the HP of Houndour, so but I get all my wild shapes back, so that's cool. If we take a short rest, but I'm still gonna be Houndour. I'm gonna walk up to one of the Doxes or Floxes, just the nearest one, and just like sniff them.
Doxes
Okay.
or Floxes?
Seems to be an interesting strategy.
I'm a Houndour, so it's very natural.
They just sort of watch you.
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
What, you come here often? Come to the bar a lot?
Rude. I don't know you.
I'm not trying to hit on you. I just
Rude. I
Ask
don't know you. Go away
What-
now.
what does this translate to for the docs? Is it
Just
like growling?
Yeah, growling and other weird noises for people.
Okay, bye. Guys, everybody's mean here.
What makes this place different than the last bar we were at? But I don't know why I can't say ours all of a sudden. What makes this place different than the last bar we were at? Because there's a different vibe here.
I think it's because all the people with like a bunch of money, this is where they go and patronize.
How much do I know about this place, Greg?
It's a fair amount just from reputation. This is like the place that nobles go and spend their time so that they don't have to deal with anybody else. You are generally not part of the guard that is assigned to watch here, plus generally drinking and spending an evening here is a lot more money than anybody should rightly spend on a night out. So I doubt you've ever been inside. But you've never heard of any sort of trouble or additional needs from the guards while people are at Majestic.
Okay.
Can I piggyback off of that?
Yep.
So how much does Talia know about
So make me actually a history check, Talia, to see how much you
Oh,
know
man.
about this particular place.
I think my modifier is +4, so that's cool.
Ooh,
So I rolled
The
a
The roll
20.
was a 20.
non-natural 20. Actually, so you know quite a bit. So Majestic sort of has a reputation of a place to be seen at.
Mm-hmm.
You've also heard that it has a reputation that if you have enough money and you know the right people, you can do and get away with a lot of things in Majestic. There is a subtle, when people have talked about it, a subtle darker edge about what the rich do in Majestic, but you probably have not experienced that yourself.
Okay.
Looking at the top floor, you don't sort of see that would be happening here, but the building is actually quite large, and so there may be pockets and areas within Majestic that you may have to know the right people or have the right cash to get into.
I see. Well, she sees. We see.
Talia, why don't we head up to the bar and see if we can learn a little bit about this place or like where we should be? Because I feel like I'm not too familiar with kind of the hierarchy of the people here, and I don't want to step into the wrong conversations.
Okay, sure. Let's go then. Yeah, cool.
I'll go chat to Gloria.
All right, so you head up to Gloria.
I'll follow as well.
Because
Yeah,
it's
me too.
Gloria, and
Sort of-
we should just talk to her.
She's filling a bunch of drinks. Her serving people. She has a much larger staff here. There are at least 7 sort of staff that you can see, all in a very similar uniform. They all have white tops, the brown leather skirts or pants, and the silver necklace with a charm on it. And they all look incredible. And so she's tending, and it takes you a little bit to get her attention, but she comes over and, hello, how can I help you?
This is where Talia's charm
Oh,
comes in.
hi. How are you? Gloria, right?
Yes, I don't believe we've met.
Oh, well, I'm Talia. And these are my companions, Baruch, Stant, and Rowan.
I do like a little doggy flip, and then do a little wave
Oh,
that is not cute if you just do it as a human, but is super cute if you do it as a Houndour.
So it's
well,
adorable.
welcome to Majestic.
Thank you.
What can I get you tonight?
I guess what's currently the most popular thing? We'll get that.
Oh, well, I just got a fresh batch of fermented cider in.
That sounds great. We'll do that. Talia's just
All
like,
right,
"Oh,
wonderful. She turns around and takes a little bit of time and comes back with 3 glasses of 3 big mugs of fermented cider.
Stan does his arms up.
Oh, that's cute. Did you train your little don't know what that is. But did you train it to do that? Because that's really cute.
I don't know if Talia actually knows the name of a Houndour. So sure.
Sly.
That sounds yep, exactly. Definitely. That's what I did.
Oh, great. And she sort of reaches around and she pulls up like this weird, highly decorated cupcake thing. It's got a lot of frosting and a lot of things sticking out of it. And she sort of sets it in front of Houndour Stant. She goes, there you go, cutie.
I sniff
On the
it.
house.
I sniff it. What is it like?
It smells incredible to you. Like it's specifically designed for your tastes.
Oh my goodness. I devour that. It's amazing.
All right. And you feel super great eating it. Just super incredibly great.
My tail's a wagging. This is awesome.
I reach into my pocket and grab what to me is an impressive amount of copper coins, but in this place I imagine is a very, very meager amount of copper coins. I set it on the table, I push it towards Gloria, and I say, well, I figure these will cover the drinks and maybe some information as well.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen that much money before.
Stan leaps up and puts 3 gold with his mouth onto Baruch's hand.
She's kind of watching this whole thing and she kind of looks at Talia and goes,
It's okay. I got it. Just
I'm not quite sure what's going on right now.
Look,
so
I get it. The large numbers can be impressive. I understand.
Okay. She kind of scoops it forward and kind of gives a sidelong glance to Talia, like, okay.
So Talia just takes out probably the amount of the drinks plus 50%. And kind of just sets it on the table and it's like, is this okay? I mean, he's just
yes.
Okay.
Squared away.
So Talia's kind of making sidelong glances to Roan is like what do we help? Because she doesn't really want to interrogate Gloria, so she's kind of looking for a lead.
It's I'm not even sure who I should be asking about. Who are we looking for? Nobody in particular. The people that we know that are here are the 4 lovely Degrassi characters from last time.
Yep. They're around somewhere.
They're around somewhere. It's like,
Stephanie, Brad,
Family
Tiffany,
now.
and Scott.
Yeah, somebody wrote it
They
down.
were fun.
What was the family name we were supposed to ask about?
Yeah. I can't remember.
Bits. We can just call them Bits. Because
Does
Brad,
anybody remember, or am I going to make you make history checks to see if you remember?
Look, I kind of figured that wasn't my department.
Talia should
I-
definitely remember, but Irene
Talia-
doesn't right now.
Yeah.
So
right? Talia definitely made notes, and like in fiction, she wrote down the notes.
She did write down the notes. So quickly checking your notes, you know it's the Walver clan, the Walver set of nobles that Bob was working with.
Gloria, would you know where the Walvers hang around here?
Oh, you know, I haven't seen them in a while. Their son stops in every once in a while, but they haven't been here for, gosh, a couple of weeks. You know, they've been so busy with the coronation and getting everything ready. You know, they are in charge of the menagerie that's coming up. So they have been so busy importing things. So I'm not surprised I haven't seen them. But I'm sure they're just up, you know, up by the castle getting everything ready.
Okay.
so
Where do they normally hang out here in the bar? Like what area?
Oh, they don't really have it. Nobody really has a table here. They're just usually around on the floor if they're here. But I haven't seen them tonight.
Okay, thanks.
so I have a question. So is Gloria talking about Charles, who is Folk's older brother, or someone else?
No, so this is the Walver clan, who you do know. The Walver, there's Ishan and Sanvi, who are like the parents to their son Ishan Jr. So there's 3 in that family,
Okay,
and
I get you.
their lands are close to the castle, just like all the nobles. But they aren't close to where your human family lives. They're like sort of on the opposite side of the castle from where
Okay.
your group
So
is.
she wouldn't have that much familiarity with them.
Probably has never met them.
Okay.
Um, You've heard of them, but you may have never. I don't know. You probably have never met them.
Interesting.
You said the junior. I guess I wouldn't know that he was a junior. Yeah, you said the son hangs around here. Does he pal around with anyone in particular?
Gosh, not that I can remember. I don't. You know, this place is so busy and there's so much happening
Right.
here, and I can't keep track of everybody. So I don't really know. I don't watch them that closely. I mean, their business is, after all, their business.
And I mean, it could be ours, right?
I don't see how that logic applies.
I'm kind of a freedom of information type. You know, I think everybody should have the right to know what's going on. You know, with the royal families and noble, that sort of thing. I think we should, us common folk. That's our.
And I
All right.
think
Am I doing this
privacy
okay?
is very important.
Privacy.
How do we manage to offend every Gloria?
You need to stop taking me along.
But you, Gloria, liked us, or most of us, not Stamp, but everybody else.
Talia's pretty bored by this like awkward conversation, and she also has some secondhand embarrassment because of Baruch. So she's kind of just like backing away, and is kind of just like, well, I don't really want to be by this conversation. So she's kind of just like perusing around Majestic, and just like kind of waving at people and stuff as they recognize her.
Yeah, you easily find Stephanie, Brad, Tiffany, and Scott. They're still in a clump. And when they see you, they're like super excited to see that you've made it. So they wave you over excitedly.
She's kind of like, oh god, because they're like typical people that are just like super excited, and she's like, this really isn't a big deal. Why are you so excited? Hi guys, what's up? What's going on?
Oh, we were getting kind of worried because it took us so long to get here. Have you heard?
Heard what?
Oh, I'm so excited to be breaking in news for you. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. So, apparently, on the day of the coronation, they are going to have something called a monster battle. But get this. According to the new rules, the monsters can only attack each other. You can't target the tamer. Like, what is that about? That's like crazy.
So Talia like has never really looked into Pokemon taming at all because that's not relevant to her. So she's definitely just like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but is like smiling and kind of like gesturing over at the three that are still by Gloria.
Well, I've wandered over here, and I'm also a dog, so.
Yeah, I'm over there too now. I said thanks to Gloria for the info and.
Is
kinda
Baruch still at the
walked
bar?
over.
So I'll do one more. Or maybe it's funnier if I just stay. Well, anyway, I'll at least say. So I have my full glass of cider in front of me, and you said it was like hard cider. So
Yep.
So I say, this is kind of awkward. I don't really, not really old enough to hit the hard stuff yet. So I'll just leave this with you. It looks great. Leave it with you.
Honey, did you need me to get you some of your mom's milk?
Sick.
She
I
Bro.
don't think we
takes-
need to bring my mother into this.
She takes
Sick
it
bird.
She's a
back
very
and
nice
puts it
woman.
behind. Why don't you go catch up with your adults, sweetie?
That's just what I was planning on doing.
Gloria!
It's great talking to you.
Ice cold!
Wow. That was wow.
It's very mystic.
Majestic?
Majestic.
Either way.
That's what I meant.
I walk up to the main group, not even realizing how much I've been dissed.
All right, yeah, they're all there. They're chatting. They're all excited. They have like a scroll that sort of is outlining the rules to this contest, and they're talking about it.
Rowan is fairly interested in the rules because that sounds like something he would be interested in doing.
Yeah, this seems to be like a real big change of how generally things have been handled for a long time. Generally, any sort of contest is, if you can knock out the tamer, then the fight's over because the Pokemon will not battle. So for some reason, they are introducing this new rule where they just want to see the two monsters battle. And it seems like some sort of like a fairly significant change in attitude, at least as far as like the royal family is concerned, since they're sponsoring the contest as part of the coronation. Also, there's a hefty gold prize for whoever
I was
wins.
literally just about to
this
ask
one.
about that. Yeah.
So the first place gets 2,000 gold for winning.
Rowan is very interested because secretly he would like to leave the city guard and just kind of live on the land
Aww,
with his two
gross.
Pokemon. I know, right?
You can do that without 2,000 gold.
Rowan knows it would set him up to live comfortably pretty much outside the city. So he continues to question and look at the rules and is interested in general.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, sorry.
What's the number of Pokemon? Like, if you enter that?
A maximum of 6.
Stant like gestures to Roan.
It's like, if we get the chance to do that, we should try and do that.
We got like sort of 4 Pokemon between us, so we're still at a loss here.
And our four definitely equal the power of 6.
One of them's me. I want you to know that.
What is the one? We have Gallade, Hitmonlee, kind of Stant. What is the fourth one?
Breakfast.
All right.
Who?
Yep. Yep.
I'm
Sure.
just saying that does
The Battle Bidoof.
four.
True.
So out of Stephanie, Brad, Tiffany, and Scott, I guess who's the most susceptible to kind of just like anything, like persuasion or like willing to give up
100%
information? Stephanie.
100% Steph.
Okay.
Of course, it's Stephanie.
Okay. Because like I feel like we need more information because right now everything's pretty like top level. So
Well, do we notice anything else going on in the bar other than like people just being fancy and being protected and getting drunk?
Make me perception checks.
All right.
My awesome rolls have turned into a 9.
I got a 15.
So a 9 and 11 for me and Aaron, and then a 15 for both Travis and Logan.
Mm-hmm.
It is so packed in here, and it's just so chaotic, and you know it's way too hard to keep track of what everybody is doing. So if you don't know what you're looking for, you're just you cannot pick anything out from the crowd.
Okay.
Bummer.
Can I do
But
like
the minstrels are really solid. The minstrels that are playing right now are so good.
I like me a solid minstrel.
Can I do like an investigation check over with Stephanie, or would I do something else?
What are you trying to learn?
Any additional information that she may know that she's not really aware of is information that's pertinent to what we're looking for. So, like, I mean, she might have heard something, I guess, like, while just, like, strolling around, and it's probably just like, oh, whatever, but it could probably be beneficial to us.
Yeah, I mean, she is completely 100% as willing to answer any questions you ask.
Okay.
So if you have specific questions, she'll just state what she knows. She doesn't have much of a filter, so ask, and we'll see what she knows.
Okay. I don't even remember what we're trying to get right now.
The
Honestly.
family? That information on that family?
Waverly, is that just a Disney Channel thing?
That's the Wizards of Waverly.
Is it
The
the
Disney
Wall-
I believe
Channel.
they're
Wallace?
wizards.
For that,
Wallace?
So they're related.
Walver.
Walver.
W-A-L-V-E-R.
The Wizards of Wolverine Place.
Stephanie, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. So are you enjoying yourself right now? Like, what's going on? How are you?
This is so much fun. This is better than that kind of scary bar that you took us to. They have better drinks.
Yeah.
Not to say that the bar wasn't fun. It was fun in that sort of scary, I think I'm going to die or get some sort of disease way. But this is much more upscale, I think.
Okay. Like, Talia's kind of just like, whatever. So, Stephanie, I guess, have you ever heard, of the Walver family? Have you, I've heard of them, but like, I don't really know much, so I just wanted to know, actually.
So you've never seen Ishan Jr.? He is so cute. Don't let Brad hear that I told you that, but he is so cute. Brad's like super jealous about these things, so I can't talk about it, but oh, he is so dreamy.
Really?
Yes.
So have you like talked with him, or is it kind of like, would like Brad be upset?
Oh, no. I don't have a position where I can freely interact with nobles outside of like a setting like this. Like here, I I can sometimes run into people like you, which is like so amazing. But no, I don't really have a way to gain access to that. Plus, they're always so busy with, business of states, from what I understand. Like they're always meeting with the regent lady. What's her name? Oh yeah, Lady Jessalina. They're like always meeting with her and stuff. Like they're like one of the biggest families around.
Okay. And you said they're meeting with Lady Dessalina?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know her. She's been running the kingdom because like the king and queen died like mysteriously or whatever, and like their son Kenta, who's going to be prince in 5 days, like he was only like 14 when they died, so like it's been 3 years of Jessalina ruling, and so he's going to become prince in 5 days, and then I don't know what she's going to do. She's like out of a job or whatever, but she seems to be fine.
Right. Like Talia's just kind of like mentally taking notes because she obviously can't grab out like her notes in front of Stephanie because it would be like, why are you doing this? So I guess so do you know where Lady Dessalina is? I mean, I used to know where she lived, right? And now I don't really know.
She has just lived in the castle as far as I know for the last 3 years.
Oh. Huh. Interesting. So Talia's kind of just like, I was not aware of this. So I guess she's kind of like, just give me a second, please. Just
Okay.
like backs up to a table that's like adjacent to the one that everyone is at, and is trying to write down everything that Stephanie had just told her, so like, she doesn't forget.
Okay.
Is there anyone in the bar that looks like they don't fit in the same way as me? Like maybe their richer friend dragged them to it, and they don't really belong in that sense.
Make me a perception check.
19.
Yes.
Are they alone or are they with a pal?
Well, they're alone in that way that when you're with people who are excited to be there and you're not, you're just sort of standing off to the side and they're having a good time. So
Yeah.
no, but
So
yes.
in a more definite way than anyone has ever been alone.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saddle up to that person.
Okay, it's a guy.
Okay.
He is human, about 5'8", sort of dirty brown hair. He's just sort of staring around, and then sort of sees you approaching and does that sort of nod. Hey.
I say, not to be crass, but I think we are the left and right sore thumbs in this proverbial two-handed bar. That metaphor got away from me, but regardless, I think we have more in common with each other than whatever you have with those mates of yours. What brings you in here?
Well, I'm just sort of in town, getting prepped for the tournament in 5 days. I'm just, I met some friends and they're like, excited to, just sort of be out, on the town with all, the city's kind of packed right now because there's a ton of people, coming in, and, I'm just here to win.
Right, or not make friends.
Well, it's there's just so many people here, and it's hard to meet people.
Right. Well, if you're involved with the tournament, then you must know. Surely you know the sort of shady dealings going on with the royal families regarding it, right?
No. What?
Oh well.
Shady dealings? What?
I mean, I must have spoke too much about the Waver clan. Oh gosh, I shouldn't have even said the name. Look.
What, the people that are running the zoo?
Oh.
Right. I've already said too much. Now the zoo. That's sorry. I forgot that the zoo wasn't related to the tournament. I was thinking of a completely different controversy. The zoo and the tournament not related then?
I don't think so. I mean, you seem to think.
Fantastic.
What do you know? Like? Do they have a ringer coming in? Is this just a way to like screw people out of the entrance fee? I mean, what are you telling me here?
I would just say, as alluring as a petting zoo can be, stay away from the baby animals before you compete.
It's a petting zoo?
I don't actually know. I'm gonna go back to my mates. I don't even finish the sentence, and I walk back to the group and I say, I just had the most awkward conversation in my entire life. However, I did discover that the Waver clan has something to do with the zoo. I don't know how my interrogation technique even worked at all. But they're running the zoo for the coronation festivities.
The zoo?
Does one of the things where you're supposed to give a dog a high five?
He's just like with his paw, like, please. The zoo? Roan, what, do you know anything new about the zoo? I mean, I'm not really, I'm not sure.
Do I know anything about the zoo?
No.
I didn't think so.
No. But Stephanie Servers goes, zoo, that's such a common name. It's the menagerie. Menagerie sounds much more exciting.
Menagerie.
Majestic. I was about to say we should ask Stephanie because she's an open book.
And the Waver clan and the menagerie there related. The Waver clan's running the menagerie.
Oh yeah, they've been importing. They have been on the search for all sorts of exotic things to bring in. It'll be very exciting. Things from all throughout the lands. I mean, they have gone across the sea to bring exciting things to the castle for everybody to see.
What kind of exciting things?
I don't know. It's all under lock and key.
Stan, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Thinking I want another one of them cupcakes. So
That's not quite. For once, I actually might have the plan between the two of us. You can turn into amazing animals, make yourself enticing, and we got ourselves a dog on the inside.
I'm thinking that.
Snap! Give me another one of them dog high fives.
I'm thinking that whatever they brought into the city is probably in that box that was covered in the store that we passed by on the way here.
You guys want to break in there right now? Like right now?
Yeah, let's accelerate this plot right to the end.
Again, Aaron is very excited to break into that place.
Aaron?
Roan is not excited.
Roan, I think this is like we should go break into that building.
I think we should take a rest for the night. We've had a long day, and we should check it out tomorrow and see if we can glean any information from the inside without ruining somebody's property.
I'm down for that. I'm down for that. I don't know where the voice went.
Guys, what? Hold on. Well, when we take our rest tonight, I'm gonna tell you all the things I can change into it, and then we'll figure out which one's the most likely candidate to be in the menagerie.
Cool.
Okay. I guess.
Did we notice anything on the way to Mystic, a place that we could rest, like an actual inn or anything like that?
I mean, there's a ton of places that you can rest. I mean, you have a house, you have a home, so does Talia. So
How far are we from where
How far
I
are we?
live, and how far are we from where Roan lives?
From where you live, because you have to go through all the guard posts to sort of get into the royal castles. It'd probably take you about 2 hours to get home. For Roan, you live sort of in close to where Gloria's first bar is, and so that's only about a 20-30 minute walk to get there.
Why don't we go back to my place and we can rest for the night? It's only a short walk from here.
I think we set a world record for shortest amount of time spent in 6 bars in one night.
We're just those
Uh,
kind of.
Yeah, unless anybody else wants to get information from this place, I think we've gotten everything we can get.
Well, I think
Actually-
I've embarrassed myself enough.
Actually, can I do a
Eldritch
history-
Blast.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I do a history check on Lady
Yes.
Jessaluna?
Yes.
Okay.
Stephanie said too much.
So that's a 1d20 plus my modifier, which is 4. Natural 20, so 24.
Yes. So Lady Jessalina has been a trusted advisor of the royal family for the last 15 years. She was there before the young. She was there shortly after Prince Kenta was born, and she started as just sort of an advisor, and then got more and more involved in sort of the day-to-day runnings of just general business, treaties, diplomatic dinners, general peacekeeping. And then when the king and queen died in sort of strange and mysterious circumstances, she was elected by sort of the noble families to basically be the regent who was in charge until Prince Kenta could come of age. So for the last 3 years, Lady Jessalina has been running as acting queen of basically all of the Kanto region. And
Acting queen.
no. No. Stop.
He's basically like the Olivia
Turn this
Pope of
podcast
Cantor
around.
right now. It's like you don't
I
know
was-
that she has
I
all
w-
the power, but she obviously has all of the power.
Yeah, I was gonna make a King Joffrey joke, but that's same vein.
You know, if there's anything fiction has taught me about regents, is that they're always just great people. They're never usurpers. They're always just really respectful of the authority that will replace them. Yeah, that's what I've learned.
Yeah. So she, you've probably seen her at a distance a couple of times. She is roughly in her mid-30s. She's very tall, lovely, dark, tan skin, long black hair.
Tan.
She likes to wear red, tannish, olive-ish, sort of in that area. She wears red a lot. She carries a big staff around that's got a raven's head at the end of it, and she wanders around. But she's hard to get to simply because she's always busy, especially recently now that the coronation's happening. There's a lot of stuff that has to be turned over so that it's a smooth transition to the new prince.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to do that check before we rested or anything. So.
I'm gonna do a silly thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Animal Friendship 3 times on 3 different doxes. Boxes,
Go for it.
and then be like, just like have a fun time and teach them how to do a coordinated dance.
That belong to people in the bar.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
This might be the reason why we can't finish in 6 episodes.
Yes.
Roll for initiative.
Oh man.
So you cast it, And what you notice is there's something about the bonding ritual that makes that incredibly difficult. And actually, it only works on one of the Floxes who charms into you. But the other two seem to sort of just have an extra resistance to being one away from the person that they belong to.
Interesting. All right, well then I'll just do a coordinated dance with just one Flox.
Okay.
But it's pretty simple, but you did say the music was great.
Yes.
So we just sort of do like, in Big when they do the chopsticks dance.
Yeah.
That's like what we're doing, but as dogs.
And it's amazing, and everybody cheers, and then the Flox shoots a bit of fire into the air as a final flourish, and everybody cheers.
I do too.
I look over to Rowan and I go, I'm not crying. It's just really dusty in here.
And Rowan just has this really disapproving look on his face because this is not the way that Pokemon should be acting or trained. And Gallade and Hitmonlee are just kind of standing there too, just kind of looking like this is the weirdest, most disgraceful thing they've ever seen.
Actually,
Okay, whatever. Y'all are too cool to have fun.
I totally can't pronounce this spell probably correctly, but can I do prestidigitation? How do I don't know.
Prestidigitation?
Sure. Can I do that
Yep.
to just kind of set some
What
pretty
does that do?
fireworks over? It's just a magic
Yes.
trick, basically.
Yes.
Over stand just
Yes.
to make things a bit
That's the
more
kind of support I need.
flourish
And Rowan just
and
kind of
cute,
looks
because
at
that's
Talia.
important to Talia.
Rowan just kind of looks at Talia and then just looks at the fireworks and just kind of just like a half face palm, like not all the way, just kind of like.
Talia's just like she
Yes,
shrugs. She's like, you gotta
people
move.
cheer. People are just very excited about what just happened. Like that made the evening unforgettable. Stephanie's
look up-
naturally gushing all over the place. She's like so excited. Tiffany, however, seems really turned off by the whole thing, and she seems to be arguing with Scott at this time.
Is that a thing that we should do, like perception checks to see, or I guess what?
Yes, she's not hiding how mad she is. At this.
Okay.
First off, before I even notice that, I do put my like hands on my head and reel back in like awe and yell, "Oh, I love this city!"
Fantastic.
Oh man, that ends our 80s montage.
Right?
Although probably we should ask what is going on.
Talia
John
should probably
Hughes.
check it out because they're in love with her.
So Tiffany is upset with Scott.
Yep.
All right. So Tiffany, so Talia's kind of just like scooching over, kind of doing that whole like, ooh, like what's going on? Are you okay, Tiffany? What's up? What's up, Tiff?
I'm just tired, and I wanted to go an hour ago, and Scott's like, no, and let's hang out, and he's totally drunk, and he's totally annoying, and he's totally been making eyes at you all night, and it's really not appropriate.
So Talia's kind of just like, ugh, at the part where she said making eyes. It's like, I mean, I don't really think that's true, but, I mean, I think...
Thank you for saying so, but do not defend him. We are so done.
Wow. Really? Because like Talia's kind of just like, that's a bit extreme. Like that's a bit extra. Like let's roll it back. Like really, Tiff. Like I mean, is that really like that's the decision you're making right now?
Like, really. Like, I will give him another 30 minutes. And if we don't leave, then we are so done.
30 minutes? Okay, great. Sorry. So she kind of just like flips around and runs towards the others and is just kind of like, we need to get this fixed because this is important. Probably isn't important to the other Baruch, Rowan, and Stan, but like Talia's kind of like,
No, Stan-
true love.
Could
so
Let's
care
fix
less,
this.
yeah.
It
Please.
is so invested in Tiff and Scott, and really wants to make this happen. So
Okay, Stan. Like what? I mean,
how can we solve this problem with adorable dog hijinks?
I have a question.
What I would do.
Actually, can
Yes.
Talia communicate with Stant as a Pokemon? I don't remember if I can touch him or
Well,
something.
Stan just speaks common.
He
as
can speak
Pokemon.
common
He
in
can?
any
Yeah.
form. So,
Okay.
yeah.
But I'm
So
being really low key about it. Like if I do speak, it's just like whispering to you so that nobody else can hear because we don't want everybody to know that I'm really human.
Okay. Like, I think that we should fix this because this is really upsetting, and I just want everyone to be happy.
Yeah.
Well, back where I'm from, the way we solve personal relationship disputes, we got a great method for it. It involves a cowbell, 20 feet of rope, a few matches, and 3 hours. I can explain the whole thing. It is great, and it is.
No.
Brute.
All right, I mean, your loss or their loss, I suppose.
Your culture's terrifying.
That's not really the way you talk to other people.
Talia's kind of like staring at Stant, like, where did you find him? Like, what is going on?
Everybody can make me perception checks.
Oh, finally. It's waiting for you to
Roan's
get back
like,
on the rails.
This is awful.
Oh,
22
gee.
from me.
You said perception check?
Yep.
Okay. Got 12. I'm really invested.
I rolled a
14.
7.
Yeah. Baruch immediately sees that Tiffany and Scott are totally making out.
I think they're figuring it out, and they must have had a cowbell on them.
That's one of the best endings to a perception check that we've ever had.
Oh my god, that's phenomenal.
He's Stan's just like, oh, I love.
Talia's like, cause like I rolled a 7. She's kind of just like, sure, you're excited. I'm excited. That's good enough.
Roan's pretty perceptive to the fact that, yeah, they're angry drunk and they need to just get it out either through words or their tongues, and we just leave.
Words or their tongues. Wow.
I've been to enough bars.
Oh, college.
All right.
All right, so you're leaving Majestic.
Okay.
Yeah, so you head off back to Casa del Ron, and you can take a long rest, and everything is restored.
Awesome possum.
Okay,
I
well,
kind of already did that.
before we go to bed, Stan's like, all right, guys, I totally set this up. Like, there is now a Hound Hour that none of these people have ever seen, and it taught another Pokemon how to dance. So tomorrow, I'm just like a shoe-in to get into that menagerie.
I like this plan. It's almost like I came up with it.
Wait, so we're going to enter you into this stand? Is that what the plan is?
Absolutely. Yeah, then I can get inside and figure out what's going on.
Talia's very like nervous about this. Just like, I mean, is that necessary? Like, do we really need to do that?
I mean, we don't really know much about the situation to make any other sort of action other than gathering more in the menagerie that seems to be our best laid.
Yeah, Roan actually thinks that this is a great idea.
I mean, I suppose. Talia's kind of just like, I mean, like it's 3 versus 1, so it's kind of like she's just like, okay, but like she's very just like, why is this happening? Like, there must be another way for this to be occurring.
If it's any consolation, I can go in as like his handler, and he'll be in great hands.
I mean,
I want Talia to be my handler instead.
what?
Oh,
Excuse me?
all right.
She's good at good in crowds. I'm sorry. No problem, but
I mean, I don't even know what you turned into. You're just some dog that has some colors on it, and I don't really. I mean.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm making everybody so sad right now.
It's okay. No. It's all right. We're a team. We got different
Holy
expertise. It's fine. No, it's great. We'll just have our little show later on. It's fine. I'll just be over here.
Baruch, Talia's kind of just like, oh god, she doesn't know what's going on with Stant. Like, apparently he wants her to do something, and she's just like, what's going on? Baruch,
Ron just wants to go to bed.
Baruch, you can be my assistant
Assuming
tomorrow.
Ron's like, find a place to sleep. I'm going to
Okay.
my room. No.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
would that be good? Would that be okay?
I'll be.
Okay.
That sounds great. That sounds great.
Talia's just like, I really want to hug you, Baruch. Like, she's just kind of like, please let me hug you. This is important.
Baruch goes for it.
Okay, awesome. Because her arms are just like,
Ron's
big
already in
hug.
bed.
She's like, this is great. You're gonna be my assistant, and it'll be
We're gonna
great.
do great.
Like, I have no clue what's going on, but it'll be fantastic. I bet.
This is like every night out ending of
and
my college
Baruch
career.
had not a drop of alcohol.
Like 3 bars, somebody's crying, somebody's upset, and I'm just going to bed.
Typically, that is Irene. Talia doesn't get upset about like that kind of stuff, but no.
All right. You all wake up in the morning after a lovely 8 hours of sleep. What is your first action of the day?
Let's eat. I make people breakfast from whatever I have, and we all feel amazing. And I
Power of
suggest
elliptical editing. We don't have to see that.
boom, yeah.
Well, hold on. What's the
and-
breakfast,
Yeah,
though?
what breakfast is important to Stand, apparently.
Breakfast is important. Yeah.
What did you give us?
Eggs and bacon. Choose the Pokemon that they come from.
More regular animals.
Wait,
Or
bacon
there's
from
regular chicken.
Pokemon?
There are
Uh,
chickens. Chickens exist.
Anyway, Stan is super excited about all this.
And during breakfast, I suggest that we go to that shop to check it out.
Yeah, first thing, let's do it. All right, so everybody was in a little tizzy before, but
Breakfast makes everybody happy.
nobody is more important than anybody else. But Talia is a noble, and that's the only reason why I need her to be the handler.
It was a long night, but I've come to understand the situation. I completely understand.
But you're really important to me, Bru. I just want you to know that.
Same to all of you.
Talia's very in tune with like Baruch's mood, so she keeps like glancing at him like, are you okay? Like, what kind of facial expressions are you doing? Like, otherwise, if this isn't working, like, I will stop exactly where I am. It doesn't matter where I am because like I need to make sure that you are okay. And meanwhile,
I am certainly still disappointed that I am not the active agent, but you can tell that I have resigned to that fact.
Okay.
Ron is wondering all of second guessing all of his life decisions, but still suggests that we leave.
Yeah.
All right. You head out into the day, and you're making pretty much a beeline to the shop.
Yep.
All right. So
Wait,
once you sort of get,
Is
Yeah.
this the shop that we saw the other day that was closed and we were looking at
Yes.
through the... Okay,
Yes.
awesome.
so the marketplace is buzzing because everything's open and there's a ton of people. So there's a ton of stores and there's a lot of smells and stuff. And Stant notices a sort of small-ish child off off in a side corner of the marketplace. He is unusual looking in the fact that he looks like an elf, except his hair is pure white and his skin is absolutely black.
Okay.
And
Am I aware of Drow? It's
make me a history check.
all right. What's history? What is
Intelligence.
history?
History's
What is
The nature
intelligence.
of history. Boop, boop.
Boop, boop, beep, boop, bop.
I got a 14.
If you wish to use your professor power, you could use it. here.
Oh man, I'm gonna give myself advantage on this roll.
That was like
Using
a Clippy
my-
suggestion.
Amazing. Yeah. Looks like you're.
Looks
You're
like you're trying to
drafting.
make
It
a
looks like you're
check.
trying to remember something about Drow.
Oh. I,
Oh man.
thanks a
you
lot,
have-
Clippy.
You have heard of them, but you don't know much more than that.
All right.
Womp womp.
Hey guys, that's a drow. I'm pretty sure. Not like 100%.
So once he pointed out Talia, you immediately know
Okay.
about Drow. They are because they are talked about in Elf Society where you grew up. They are the subterranean branch of the Elf line that in your mind is unfairly mistrusted, but in general there is sort of an overall mistrust in society of anything subterranean,
Okay.
and Drow fall into that. And since elves are fairly exclusionary as a race, there's some animosity there.
Okay.
So it is very sort of unusual to see a Drow in the overland, much less a child in a city.
Okay. And my other question is, can I communicate with it or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, you guys! I think that's a drow. Like, do you
Yeah.
are okay? I think I'm gonna talk to it. I don't really know what to do.
I mean,
But-
he's just a kid. I mean, he is a person still.
Yeah, I'll,
I mean-
I'll come
that.
with you.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to say the wrong thing because there's just a lot of stuff that happens, and I just want to make sure that they're okay. So I don't want to be overwhelming or anything.
I mean,
Baruch-
you don't want to
Baruch
be
is not-
behind on the discourse.
Baruch is not going to say the right thing. We know that. So
I mean, I have not been in. I mean, I will admit, I have lived with solely humans for the entirety of my life. This is the most multicultural experience I have ever had.
Okay, Baruch, thank you for your input. So I think I'm just gonna go talk to them. Is that okay? Like, she's kind of like looking at Roan, like, is this the thing that I can
I'll-
do? But she's also very excited, but like nervous.
I'll be like, yeah, I'll come with because I'm semi-interested as why a drow would be above ground as well as being part of the guard.
Okay. So she's kind of just like doing that whole like, I'm really walking slowly and I'm trying to be like, okay, like I'm primping and like making sure that it's like, okay, like I'm gonna talk to a drow, like this is happening.
And Roan is just walking.
As you get
Roan-
closer, you notice
sorry.
that he is begging.
Oh.
You also notice that he has a Rattata next to him.
Is it youngster Joey?
Yeah, can I do a perception check to see if it seems like this Rattata is
I know the joke.
like one of the better ones maybe, like when in like a higher percentile or something.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
I got a 13.
You have no clue.
Great.
Roan is walking up with Talia and is just like hands in pockets, like we're just in the marketplace, no big deal.
Right. So
Like
Talia's
trying to be the
Oh,
chill
sorry.
part of this.
Yeah, and you can hear him saying, I'm trying to get an entrance fee. I'm trying to get an entrance fee. Any help? Trying to get into the contest. Any help?
Okay.
And the Rattata is also sort of squeaking and making noise.
Do I remember how much the entry fee was?
You'd actually, looking at the sheet, it's a 200 gold entry fee.
Oh, I'm sorry,
My
kid.
lord.
Do it
I
for
only have
My
100.
blood.
I have no clue how much gold Talia has. I don't think we like discussed.
You do not have much because you've spent
You gave it
I figured.
all
pretty much
away.
all of it last night.
right?
You are pretty much
Like, I
broke.
need to go back to
I
the
have
bank,
100.
apparently.
I have 100 because I haven't spent anything. Combined, do we even have 200?
Oh yeah, don't worry. I have 375, so we can
Okay,
we can enter the tournament.
Okay.
But I'll give him 10.
Oh, thank you so much. And
I mean, I'm a dog, and I just like.
yeah, and
But
you can understand what the Rattata is saying, and
Right.
it looks at you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kindness. You are a true gentleman.
You're a gentleman, man. I feel like.
Well, thank you. I am of a noble line. It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Ratterton von Squeak, of the Squeak noble line of Rattatas. We are the best Rattatas in the world.
It is truly a pleasure, Ratterton.
I am
In the
excited
top percentile.
that this individual that I have chosen to represent me, Little Joseph, shall have the money to get into the contest, and we shall make a name for ourselves.
I have every faith in you, buddy. I hope you make it.
Oh my god.
And if
Stan.
I face you in that battle, understand that you will go down, and you will go down hard. I shall not relent until you are down.
Right,
It
but
is not an offense. It is just a fact.
Stan, can you
Bruh.
talk to him and see if he's concerned about the 6 Pokemon limit at all?
you guys know that there's gonna like a 6, like you're just one, and you're gonna be up against 6 people. You're confident in that?
Are you asking the Ratterton or asking
Ratterton,
Little Joseph?
obviously.
Ratterton says, I have no fear.
I'm
I
gonna
shall take on all in front of me.
ask
They
Joey.
You know
shall
what? I
that
believe
question.
in you, Ratterton. You just keep. You know what? Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right.
I'm gonna talk to Joey and be like, are you concerned at all about the 6 Pokemon limit entering the tournament?
Oh no. I have my faithful Rattata. He is the top Rattata in the world. We will win, and I will make all of that money, provided I can get enough to get into the entrance fee. I was
Okay.
so surprised when I found my way up here. It was just random chance that I was following the tunnels and I ended up in the city. But I'm going to win.
Okay, this is gonna be difficult, but I would like to convince him to join our team, Final Fantasy style.
Final Fantasy style.
Well,
Yes,
so
like-
first you have to actually lose to the giant mouth boss and actually get yourself swallowed. And then once you do that, you have to like wait till I think there's like a game over screen that comes, then you wait after that, and then you get the guy whose name starts with G, who I don't
I thought you
remember.
had to
Not
dodge a
that
lightning
hard.
bolt
You just
a
have to
time in
make
a row.
100 dexterity checks in a row.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Wowza.
If you miss one, you have to start all over again.
Because
We'll
us
be running
entering,
until midnight tonight as we run through the 100 dexterity.
Uh,
checks.
us
no.
entering with just four entrants is not going to be a.
oh, now I see why you're doing this.
So if we could get one of the top percentile Rattatas of all time on our team, we're sure to win.
I do
so-
want to point out that I could turn into a Rattata and totally be one of the top percentile Rattatas. If
yes,
if
but we
that's
would still
what
only
you
have
want.
4.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
I just wanted to brag that I was very good.
can I try and persuade him to join our cause?
Sure.
Um, I rolled a 10.
I'm really used to working alone. It's just going to be my Rattata and I as a team. I appreciate the offer though, but I think we can do this as a team.
Ratterton.
Yeah.
Right now, Talia's still like freaking out over the drow because she hasn't like said anything yet. So all of this is happening, and she's still just like, "Oh my
Just
gosh!"
figuring it out.
I'm like, "I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it."
I imagine that you're like, okay, don't say any slang words because you don't want to sound like you're trying to you're trying to steal their vernacular or anything. Like, don't.
Yeah.
Stan, can you try and persuade the Rattata to join us?
That was
Since
what
I failed at Joey.
Ratterton. What do you say to us teaming up?
That is a sign of weakness on your part. Much more proof that we shall prevail.
This Ratterton is fantastic. Great.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
I would do animal friendship, but I'm sure that Ratterton is my friend right now. Like he's just really confident.
You
Just
and I, we are rivals now. We will meet on the field of battle. It will be amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait. Honestly, look, Ron, you just gonna have to let this one happen because this is gonna be great. I'm really
heading to the
honestly,
shop then.
I'm pretty much pulling for Ratterton at this point. His name's Ratterton, in case you was wondering.
Are we about done?
I don't know what to
Okay,
what else to do
you
with
guys, I'm gonna go talk to the drow. Ready? Okay, I'm gonna do it. So Talia just like kind of like walks up and like obviously they're still kind of just like, hello, like money please, because like she's just completely ignoring everything that's been happening. Because like of
bribe him,
course.
bribe him. Oh, except you have no gold left.
I mean, I still have persuasion, but hi.
Hi! Hey! You kind of have ears like I do. That's really great.
Yeah, actually, I'm a half elf. So.
I've only heard of those things. I've never actually seen one.
Oh my gosh, same. About it, like the drow. Well, my name is Talia, and
Hi, I'm Little Joseph.
Little your first is that your first name? Do you?
No, just everybody called me Little Joseph, and it just stuck.
I mean, that's cool, I guess. So I guess how are you? Like, what's going on? How are you today?
I'm great. I'm so excited. I have 4 more days to get the entrance fee, and then I'm gonna become the champion of this whole region.
Okay. How much do you need until you have your entrance fee, little Joseph?
He sort of goes, looks through.
190.
Like 197 gold.
I only need 100 more gold.
100 more? You're halfway there. That's great.
I am.
Okay, so just to double check. So Stant has spoken to the Rattata named Rattatan.
Or
Ratterton.
Ratterton
von Squeak.
Ratterton.
I'm mistaken. But that's it. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. Well, little Joseph, I mean, yesterday I was a bit frivolous with my spending, and I wish I could help you because right now I'm going to be entering tomorrow with Stant over here. But would you be interested in just kind of joining us for the time being? And then maybe I could help out in a bit? Maybe?
I kind of don't want to lose my spot here. This has been really great for me. Lots of friendly people.
Okay, I understand. But I guess my
Plus,
question...
it kind of hurts to be out in the sun. I'm used to being underground, and the sun's really bright and hurts my eyes.
Oh, dear. So she's kind of just like, I was going to ask more questions, but that's really sad. I guess, how long has it taken you to get this half of your entrance fee?
About a week. But that's because there weren't many people here. But now the city's full, and there's all sorts of people who are real generous with their money. It's great. Finding that tunnel was sure lucky.
Tunnel?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, where's the tunnel?
What?
If you hit the 15-second back button on your little app there, you'll hear a lot more about it.
Ratterton, how'd y'all get here?
We followed the tunnel that little Joseph had found.
Where's that?
It came out by a large body of water in a gorgeous garden.
Yeah, but what specifically from here? Could you like give me directions to it?
Of course.
I love how short
Please?
it is with you.
Would you please do that?
Why should I? That is our place, not yours. I shall not give you our secrets, give you an advantage on the upcoming
I don't think it would give us a leg up on the competition, but we are trying to solve a murder
A what?
or a kidnapping. Definitely. Also, there's a apple involved that could kill people. I mean, this is serious stuff for real.
You are a very strange individual.
Can I roll something to convince him I'm telling the truth?
You can roll persuasion.
I know I'm like real weird, but this is for real.
Secretly want to pay for the rest of these guys' entries so they have nothing else to do except follow
How much
us.
money do all of you have?
I have 100 gold.
I mean, Talia has a bunch, but she doesn't have any on her
Stan
person.
has enough
right
money
now.
to
Not
pay
enough.
for our entry fee and some.
I could
10
almost-
gold. That's
You are a
it.
barbarian who lived
Well,
off the land.
sure,
Your
Travis.
money comes in riches of experience.
I don't know what a noble is, so
Surely you know, Travis, that Wendy also has at least 375 gold, but probably more.
What up? That name doesn't ring any bells for me.
Who's
Hey, but you were
Wendy?
talking
Not
as
to ring my
Travis.
coffers.
I got a 19 to persuade Ratterton that I'm telling the truth. There is.
Stan wants to make
people are
this
in-
an
Your-
Underdark
Your
adventure.
your story is interesting, but I do believe you. If you go through that rich part of town to the lake, between the lake and the royal gardens, I'm assuming they're royal, they look quite spectacular. There's a small rock behind that rock as the tunnel we came out of.
I relay that information to Talia so she can write it in her notebook.
I wish
Thank-
I knew where
thanks,
my pen
Ratterton.
went because Irene does not.
I'm
know
thinking
where the
you
pen
helped us
went.
a lot.
Oh, just kidding. I found it.
do we want to pay for these guys, or have we gotten all the info that we want?
I mean,
Oh.
Talia's very like, I really want them to come with. Like, look at little Joseph, he's so adorable. And like, she does not have enough cash on her person, so she's kind of just like, Ron, please.
I mean,
Stan-
I'll still have enough to pay our entry fee, and Stan doesn't really like money that much, and he does like these people, so
Stan,
he's
do
like,
you want to put in 50 and I'll put in 50?
nah, man, I got this whole thing.
Alright.
He drops 100. in there.
Balla.
Wow, that's an amazing dog. Thanks.
Yeah, little Joseph, isn't he great?
I'm so excited. I can go pay for my entry fee now. I'm gonna win. You're looking at the new champion.
Can't wait to see you, buddy.
Okay. Well, we were on our way. We were leaving here soon. Did you want to accompany us, or?
Yeah, we still need to register too. We can go with you if you want to come with
Hey,
us.
great. Let's all go together. That sounds like fun.
Fantastic! I feel like it's just
You
like
gained
the
youngster
peace sign with
Joey.
the little like sun, and it's just like, yeah.
Youngster Joey joined your party. May your adventures be great and grand.
I haven't said a literal word to this kid, so I just give a little wave.
I'm
Okay.
here too.
Can
So can we continue to the shop?
Wait,
yes.
can I?
So
Well,
so the
first we
shop is
gotta
just
register.
across the plaza from where you met little Joseph.
Okay.
And you see that it's open and it's doing a fairly good amount of business. There's people moving in and out, and they're playing with the flocks and docks that are sort of in the front window and in various sort of areas throughout. And you still see that giant covered up case in the back. And you see kind of portly man, human, sort of blotchy white skin, balding a little bit. He's moving around, sort of helping everybody, taking money and passing them out.
So are we gonna register, or are we're doing this?
We just want to check out this place first and kind of see what's going on.
What Roan said.
All right, well,
Yeah,
let's do it. Take me in there and offer me the menagerie, I guess.
Okay. Can
On loan from a private collection, though. Make sure that I.
Need a little plaque.
can Roan and Baruch? I mean, I guess Baruch is Talia's assistant, but can Roan still follow as a bodyguard, or like does Talia need to only enter with Stan at this point?
I mean, I make myself
just at
look
the-
pretty
we're-
official with you.
Yeah.
I thought we were
figured.
just at the shop right now.
You're just at the shop.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm thinking ahead. My mistake.
Oh, okay. Do we see the thing that was covered before?
Yeah, it's still back there, still covered.
How big is it?
It's about 6 feet tall and about 4 feet like width, like a great big
Wow.
cube.
Is
Okay.
it
Given-
a cube or is it like lumpy? Like is the
It's a
Is-
cube.
okay.
It's pretty much a perfect cube that's
Okay.
covered up.
okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
Given that I am actually playing a child in a pet store, I just make a beeline to it, put my head under the cloth, and start like tapping on the edge of the cage, trying to get it to wake up, whatever it is.
So you duck under, and you hear the shopper go, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? What? Hey, get away from there! Get away from there!
I do that whenever a kid gets yelled at by another adult, they look at, like they turn to look at their parents, like, what do I do in this? So I turn to look at the three of you, like, oh, I was just looking at animal. I don't.
Did he see what it is?
Your eyes didn't quite adjust because it's dark under there. You got a glimpse. You know there's water behind there, and that's. Hey, does this kid belong to you? Hey.
I kind of belong to myself.
I mean, Stan's a dog. I'm not gonna talk.
Yeah, he's looking at Talia and Roan.
Talia, I'm protecting you. Is your kind of your guy? Yeah.
I like I'm just like I have no idea what just happened. Because Irene has no idea what just happened. Sorry. Yep. No. What?
Baruch looked underneath the hooded thing and saw a fish tank
I
or
got
whatever.
yelled at.
But Baruch got yelled at by the shop owner
Okay.
because he was looking underneath that thing.
Okay. So, does the shop owner know who I am, or no?
He's
No.
asking you
Okay.
if I'm with you.
Oh, yes. This is Baruch. He's my assistant. I'm sorry. He's kind of new to the area, so.
That's okay. It's okay. It's very exciting seeing all these great Pokemon. I get it. Yeah. Can I interest you in a Phlox? How about a Dox?
I'm sorry.
A Phlox? The little red ones that shoot fire.
Talia kind of like looks at like Roan, and Stan is like, I have no idea what this is. Should we do this? Like, what's going on? Yes or no?
No, sell me to him. And I walk out like a prance out, and then I do a backflip. And
Hey,
then
that's real cute. That's a real cute thing you got there. It's
Yeah.
real cute.
Yeah. Actually, I need to get rid of him.
What? Oh. Well, I'm not really buying anything right now. I mean, I got a lot of Doxes and Floxes to sell real well here. People love them. But you look like a good customer. You look like an intelligent customer.
Absolutely.
And I got something real special for you. I got something behind this. I got behind this right here. This is the most amazing thing you've ever seen.
Really.
I have found just for the coronation, I've found the most powerful Pokemon in existence.
I really hope it's what I think it is.
Holy wow. But I mean, I really need to sell him though. Like she's pointing at Stan, like.
We'll work out a trade. So just come with me. I'll show
Do
you.
I hear any splashing sounds?
Okay.
And so he peels back the giant tarp, and inside is a myriad of orange, ugly-looking fish with long yellow whiskers, big yellowfin on top, yellowfin on bottom, with the dumbest look on their face. This is the most powerful thing. I call these the magic cop. They're cops that are magic. You will never find a more powerful Pokemon than this. And I can sell it to you for just 500 gold. 500 just for you, because you are a great customer.
Can I do a history check on like the history of Magikarp?
Yes.
slightly nerd moment. This is literally one of my favorite episodes of the anime ever.
Oopsies.
Yes.
Roll a
Stan is making a
14.
really good mental picture of this Magikarp.
You've never seen or heard of this creature before.
Okay.
Great.
Like Talia's very just like overwhelmed by like how much the salesman's kind of like, this is the best thing ever. So she's very much like, wow, like wow.
And I'll even throw in this special holding ball that I painted just for the coronation. You see, it's got the kingdom's colors. The top half is red, the bottom half is white. Look at how gorgeous this is. You put a Magikarp in there, you can take it anywhere, you win any contest. You want to win in the big contest? The big contest is yours. One Magikarp, guarantee you will beat everybody. One of these.
Is Stan... like, the menagerie is different than where we are.
Correct.
Talia's like very interested. She's like, I really want one of these Magikarp things.
I'm just gonna grab Talia's sleeve with my teeth and be like,
she's just like
Honestly, it's
overwhelmed.
awkward in person, this type of situation where
Yeah.
someone's selling you and you just want to leave. So.
Right.
Rowan is not really interested in the Magikarp itself. Now that he saw the cage, he's like, oh, it's just a bunch of fish. Yeah, like he probably hasn't seen them before either. I'm expecting, correct?
You haven't.
Yeah. I'm very interested in the Vulpix, so I'm just kind of hanging out in the front, like petting the Vulpix.
Yep, they're very cute. They're very friendly.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much is
So,
it?
so you want Magikarp? Can I tell you with a commemorative ball, red and white.
I mean, were we trading? I thought that we were. Are we still doing a trade?
Well, you know, these are magical.
It runs out
cops,
of building.
and you got a dog.
Wait,
I mean,
I'm
it's a
sorry.
dog
I'm
with a skull on
sorry.
it, which is
She's
pretty
like
cool, but this is a magical cop.
he's talking and she's like didn't even hear the rest of the sentence because Stan left the building. So she's just like, I need to go get my dog. So she's
All right, well, you come
outside
back.
with
You come back and
Stan.
visit Saul. I'll be here. Saul box of rocks. You come back. Ah!
I turn and I say, you can bet we will be taking our patronage elsewhere. Sorry, I just really always wanted to say that.
All right, little kid. You go find a better place to buy these great Pokemon. You'll never find another Magikarp. Not with this commemorative ball.
I'm already gone.
Yeah, so are we all
that
outside
wasn't
except
the
for
same
Roan? Is
name as
Roan
the
still
box of
looking at the
rocks before, was it?
Vulpexes and we're
Simon
just like
box of rocks.
outside?
Huh? What?
No, you guys aren't outside. You're inside.
Well, no, Stant ran away.
I ran out.
Yeah, so Talia went
Oh,
to go
okay.
follow Stant because she was trying to sell Stant to the dude who was trying to trade for a Magikarp. And she was like,
Sorry.
okay. And Stant was like, no. So he left.
I also left.
Sorry, guys. I realized all too late that that's not the menagerie. We just made an assumption that was dumb. And he was trying to sell us a Magikarp, which, like, they grow into some cool stuff, but they're useless on their own, and it takes a long time.
Have you ever had a Magikarp?
Nah, but we were in a dungeon recently, and I sketched his cool, like, grown-up version.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll trust you, Stan. Well, yeah. So she's just like,
So-
okay, whatever. Like, let's move on.
Roan is still inside, and he walks up to the store owner and is like, "I'm sorry about my friends. I'm
That's
just
okay.
kind of
That's okay. You know, the noble types sometimes get a little flighty, and that little kid was a little nosy. You're looking at that Flox, so you want that Flox? I'll give you that Flox. 20 gold for that Flox. It's a gorgeous Flox. It loves you.
it's
Look
very
at how much it loves you.
it's very cute. I'll think about getting one in the future, but I know my friends are definitely interested in getting one of those Magikarp, but they were very scared away by the price point. If I were to offer you 50 gold, would you take one?
That's like a huge loss of my time and my effort. I mean, these are magical cop. Have I stressed the magic part of them? And a commemorative red and white ball. 50 gold doesn't even cover the ball.
I mean, we're not in the room, so
Yeah.
You should get that Vulpix though. 20 gold is a steal.
Yeah, but I can't actually use it because I can't. My level is not high enough to have 3
I
Pokemon.
had breakfast for a whole season before he was even like sort of useful.
I mean, can Rowan collect the Vulpix and just have it on his character?
I'm gonna go to the. I'm gonna be like, just a second. I might be interested. And I walk to the door and I'll be like, hey Stan, come here, come back inside.
I like walk to the door, but not inside.
And I'm just like, hey, can you just chat with the Vulpix real quick and just kind of like see if he's like happy with being sold or anything like that. I don't want to like own something that's like not happy to be with.
Talia's like chasing Stan because she was like trying to like scratch behind his ears, but like he's running away, so her arm is kind of just like,
what are you... If Talia was trying to scratch behind Stan's ears, he was staying stock still.
All right, you wish to talk to the Vulpix, aka Flox?
Yeah, the one that Rowan was paying attention to.
Yeah.
Hey, you like that guy over there?
Hello. Oh, he seems very nice.
Yeah. Oh well, would you be like in your future? Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I don't think I understand that question.
Like, do you like play fighting a lot?
Yes, it's fun.
Yeah. You think you could be like the very best? Flox?
I am the very best.
Like no Flox ever was?
Like no Flox ever was.
Yeah, he's good.
Feel like
go for this, buddy.
I trust Stan's judgment, probably with really horrible information, but regardless, I still trust him. And I say, yeah, I'll take him with me for 20 gold.
I'll tell you what, confidence is a big part of success, and this has got confidence to spare.
Yeah, easy exchange. So once you give him the money, he actually does something kind of a little bit unusual that you're not used to. He takes the commemorative ball, and you recognize the spell that he's casting. It's the same sort of binding spell that you do, although he alters it at the very end, and instead of binding it to himself, he has a very loose bind to you. And so you own it and it's registered to you, but you fundamentally know that the binding does not allow you to actually control and work with the Pokemon the way you can with Hitmonlee and Gallade. It is a weird variant of the summoning and binding spell that you know.
I don't have any of those on me to use for capturing Pokemon or anything like that, do I?
No.
Okay. I was like, oh, you don't have to do that. If you give me one of these, I can do it myself. I've actually been a tamer for quite a while.
It's already done. Enjoy your Flox. It'll treat you well. Another Box of Rocks special.
God. I just take it just because the situation is kind of sketchy in general, and be like, well, I'm kind of invested in the Pokemon itself because it's very cute, and I walk out with it.
Yeah, it happily jumps around and then sort of jumps up and tries to land on your shoulder.
Hey, wait, real quick. Hold on. I forgot to ask you a really important question. I'll take it to the side. What is your name?
I don't have a name yet. I haven't been given one.
Now your name is Cinnamon Toast.
But I'm not bound to you. You cannot do that.
I just did, though.
I think that's quite rude.
Yeah, no, it is, but that's your name now. All right, I got done with my conversation.
Meanwhile, at the menagerie.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Okay, we're all outside now.
All right, you're all outside with a brand new Vulpix, aka Flox.
Yeah, Rowan secretly looks very weird because he's in his total like city guard garb, and he's got like this adorable little Vulpix sitting on his shoulder, and then Gallade and Hitmonlee like walking
Yep.
next to him, just like still like totally obedient because they trust his decision. Do we know where the Menagerie is?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, we don't.
We know
You
where
know
the
the
tunnel
family
is.
that's in charge of it.
Just follow your nose. What part of the city smells like it has a bunch of animal droppings?
I'm a Houndour, and it is a zoo, so I actually do just check for that.
From where you are, you cannot pick it out of the rest of the smells of a large city.
Yeah, that's fair.
I pull a random person off the street and say, "Oh, you know where that zoo is?"
Menagerie.
Joey
I'm
Joey
sorry.
told us where the zoo is, and he's with us.
No,
Well, Zoe
he told
told-
us.
So little Joseph told you where the tunnel they came out of was. And you do know that the Walver family is in charge of the menagerie, that they are setting it up, and you do know where their lands are.
Okay.
Well, let's go there. Well, I guess we told Joseph we would register with him, so
Let's
maybe
go
we do that.
register.
Let's go register.
Definitely.
All right. So all of that stuff is handling up by the royal castle, so you are heading up that way. And as you sort of get up closer, you start to see a small crowd around a booth that's sort of labeled championship registration. And there is a sort of official person looking, sitting behind the desk and sort of registering everybody. And you immediately recognize him as Lord Hob Merryriddle, who is the one halfling noble family that is in Saffron City. And Hob is sort of seems to be in charge of setting everything up and taking everybody's entrance fee. And just sort of dealing with that, and there's a crowd, and in the crowd you see a lot of different people, all various seeming levels of confidence, and you sort of notice two people that they don't look like they're together. They seem actually slightly hostile towards each other, but they seem to have arrived at the same time. What strikes you unusual about them is one of them is dressed in pretty much all red. It's got sort of a red leather jerkin on top, sort of red leather pants, and the other one's dressed in a similar outfit, but it's all blue. And they
Do
seem
we
to sort
overhear
of
their
just be there.
conversation?
Hmm?
You said
They
they
aren't
were
talking to each other. They're just standing there waiting in line.
Are they just in line in front of us?
Yep.
And it's a long line or something?
Yeah.
I assume. So I would just say, ugh, long line, right? And nudge the blue guy.
Yeah, this is crazy, but it's gonna be a great competition.
What you signing up for?
I'm signing up to become champion of the Kanto region.
Oh, there aren't like different events. It's
No,
all
There's
just
only-
a tournament.
there's only
Okay.
the
One big tournament.
Okay.
Okay, I'm missing.
How many
So
people are in line?
Your rough head count is 50.
Wow.
And all of us have to pay $200 to enter, or 200 gold, and the prize is only 2,000 gold.
Well,
Yep.
Math checks out for me. It adds up.
Wow, the people running this tournament are making a lot of money. Stan considers to himself, but doesn't say it loud.
So I say, mind if I ask what the blue garb's about?
This is my training outfit. I made it. Purchased it special.
Ron
It
asked
signifies who I am.
where he trained.
Well, I've trained all around this region, but I'm originally from Pallet Town.
Never heard of it. And your mate there, is he
Wait, hold on.
Paladin
Yeah,
as well?
he's this other loser from Pallet Town, but don't try to talk to him. He doesn't say much.
As a professor, Stant is compelled to ask, are you a boy or a girl?
Well, I'm a boy right now.
All right. I don't know. I liked my joke.
And then while you're standing in line, the guy that you approach at the bar, Baruch, sort of wanders up. He's like,
Oi.
hey, what were you trying to tell me?
Sometimes I get things real confused in my head. I heard, a strange whisper in the night about some shady dealings with the menagerie, and that's a word that is a higher vocabulary than I tend to use. I thought menagerie sounded kind of aggressive and assumed it had to do with the tournament. So I thought the conspiracy,
okay.
but I think we should be fine, mate.
Ask him where the
all
menagerie
right.
is.
All right, okay,
Oh no.
my friends were totally saying that you were trying to hit on me or whatever, but hey, I told them they were wrong, but
How old is this guy?
18.
Oh, well.
That's you're a little old for me, mate.
That's what I told them, but they were all like, oh, he's trying to get you all liquored up and tell you some stories, and I was like, he's like, what, 10? So
14, please.
Really? 14?
I'm clearly stronger than any 10-year-old you've ever seen.
All right, well, this just got weirder. But
Yeah.
okay, so are you signing up for the...
Oh yeah, me and my mates. Yeah. You wanna? If you got, actually, we're kind of short on Pokemon. We got 4 at the moment. You wanna team up? We could hit that limit of 6.
Yeah, I already got a team of 6.
Well,
I don't...
Screw them.
I mean...
Throw them all in the garbage.
I mean, I'm kind of already set, but thanks.
Yeah, no problem. I didn't get your name.
Oh, my name's Calum.
A pleasure. I'm Baruch.
Well, yeah, it's been an experience meeting you.
I have to say the same. If we meet, I hope we have a great match.
Sounds good.
The menagerie.
Actually, while I got you,
Yeah.
as you know, I'm kind of on a detective mission about this whole conspiracy. I didn't know what the menagerie was before, so I was asking about the tournament. Do you know where the menagerie is?
Oh yeah. It's just gonna be up in the royal grounds. They're gonna open up the castle grounds in about I think like 4 hours from now, and it's gonna be open for the rest of the day.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's just it's on signs over there.
I can't read. So
Absolutely.
All right.
So in other words, that's my way of saying thank you.
You are welcome.
So
I'm sure we will meet again, and it will be just as
Confusing?
socially smooth as these last 2 conversations have been.
Yes, let's hope this trend continues.
I'm going to turn around now.
Please do.
And I do.
so are we finally headed to the menagerie?
We
gotta
wait
register
in
Oh,
line.
I still gotta register.
Okay. Well, okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you wait in line, it'll take a half an hour to get up to the front and pay your entrance fee. And
We
Hob
just-
is like,
has
so who's gonna be who? So how many trainers do we have? Who's gonna enter?
Tally's just very
Uh,
wide-eyed and just like looks at Roan because she's like, I have absolutely no idea and I don't want to say the wrong thing.
And Little
Ah.
Jeff is, I'm here to register. I have my 200 gold and my Rattata. I am Little Joseph. He puts down his money and he's like, great. All right. Is there anything else other than Little Joseph? Nope. My name is Little Joseph. And so he signs Little Joseph down. All right. We will see you in 5 days.
While they're doing
Isn't
that,
it 4 days since we rested?
4
Yes, it's
days.
in 4 days.
I give Rowan 100 gold.
Cool. And Ron's like, I'll be entering with Glade, Hitmonlee, and
Excellent. Excellent. All right. We'll write you
And
down. We'll
breakfast.
take your money.
And Hound Hour.
and
and
Houndour,
Vulpix.
and Vulpix can't enter
Why not?
because I don't have control over.
Vulpix.
Yeah, but he can run around.
But Roan knows that he will not be good in battle. It would
Sure.
never put him in that situation, especially with not having good control of him.
Sure.
So, like,
Um,
what's Tally doing since, like, Stant before was under her control, but Stant is like, no, I'm gonna go with Roan. Like, she's just like,
I'm
I'm not
assuming
doing
you're
like-
all in line together.
okay,
Yeah. I'm not doing anything.
We're
wrong.
a big friendly
officially-
group.
unofficially, just checking.
All right, so you all register, and Little Joseph is like, that was great. Wow, it sure is bright out here.
I assume it's warm enough that I wouldn't need my. I'm wearing like a Houndour skin, so I try to sort of fashion it into like a little like hood for him so he doesn't burn, the poor kid.
Hey, that's really good. That kind of keeps the sun out of my eyes. I can almost see well again. Thanks. You're really friendly, but I should probably get back to my tunnel and train.
All right. I think that's the
What?
first word I've said to him.
Well, do you mind if we join you? And you said that way headed back to the gardens, right?
That's right. It's right over by this big body of water.
Yeah. Do you mind if we head the same way? Because I think we were gonna go to the gardens.
Sure, sounds great. So you
That's
walk
great.
around, and you all, I mean, those of you who live in the city know where the royal gardens are and where the large lake is. And so it's very easy to get there. The lake is huge and gorgeous and crystal clear, and there's a lot of royal boats that just sort of putter around on it because they're lazy and they have nothing else to do and bathe in the sun. And you see the large royal garden, and both Logan and Irene can make me history checks.
So I got plus
Roll the
4.
12.
Okay. 22.
Wowza.
Stan, sort of as you're walking it and see the gardens, a little part in your brain clicks that the last appointment that Talia's missing younger half brother Folk was in the royal gardens.
Oh.
So that's
This is
Charles,
the last place,
right?
Charles?
Maybe.
Charles is the older brother who's still around. Folk is the one that's missing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So this is that place where this is the last thing Folk was gonna do, right? Talia,
Well,
right?
I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I think
could
so. I'm sorry.
We can confirm it with your stuff in your bag.
Yeah. She's like digging through her bag, and she has a bunch of scraps from like just randomly grabbing things while like people like Polo were talking.
Yeah,
And,
and
it's just,
eventually
like-
you do find sort of the scrap of paper of his schedule that does say that he was out for sort of picnic about 2 weeks ago, right around the time that he went missing, and it was supposed to be in the royal gardens.
Okay. So she obviously relays that information to Stant. So yeah, that's what I have.
It seems like a clue or something.
I'm gonna turn to Joseph. He's still with us, I assume.
Yep.
I say, sort of overhearing that conversation, putting two and two together. I say, you said you recently found this cavern, right? This tunnel.
Yep. Was just wandering through the Underdark trying to find my way to the surface, and I followed a bunch of tunnels and I found my way here, and it was lucky that I got here in time. It was like fate led me to come here so I could be in the championship and be the champion of this here place.
Yeah, right. How often is it that folks like yourself make it to the surface?
Almost never. It's meant to be.
Right. Destiny, yeah. Do your people map out these tunnels, I assume?
Some of them do.
And this tunnel presumably wasn't on any maps a few weeks
ago.
Not that
I know of, but I didn't really take a map. I just set out on my own journey.
Free spirit, I sympathize. If a tunnel, I mean, I'm asking you this because you're clearly the tunnel expert of our little gang here. If a tunnel were to not be there 1 week and then be there another, who or what tends to make these tunnels?
All sorts of things can happen. There are giant worms. There are these sort of weird they're like monsters that have big claws, and some of the claws are steel, and some of the claws are just big sharp claws, and they make them, and sometimes people dig them out themselves. You know, they're looking for gold, or they're trying to find a way into the Underdark for whatever reason. Tunnels just appear all the time.
What are some of those reasons? Yeah. Gonna cut you off there. What are some of those reasons that someone might want to get to the Underdark?
I don't know, maybe they're looking for something, or they're trying to hide something.
Looking for something? Like, Talia's kind of
can you be less vague?
Like, oh God, you're talking about gross, like, worms and digging and stuff. It's like, but you said looking for something, and she's kind of just, like, very aware after not paying attention for, like, 5 minutes.
I hear about the surface people. They dig for, like, precious things, like gold, and sometimes you find gold underground.
Okay.
Got it. Well, thanks.
Talia, maybe I'm mistaken, but it could potentially be that your brother went into the tunnels.
I don't think I have a brother.
I have half-brother.
Half-brother.
Okay, that guy. That guy. Sorry, that was Irene speaking. Do you think so? I mean, I guess. Do you...
I feel like probably. It seems like a good... It's a lead anyway.
Yeah,
we don't have any of those.
Being part of the city guard, do I know like there's a decent amount of like hidden tunnels and passageways and that kind of stuff?
There are you know that there are emergency escape tunnels for the royal family that would go underground and lead out. You also know that the Underdark is incredibly dangerous, and so every sort of tunnel making of anything is incredibly careful to not go deep enough to brush against that subterranean anything, because there's a lot of scary stuff under there. So it is very odd that little Joseph found a tunnel that led straight into the city right next to the castle. That is a problem.
Okay.
I'm thinking that if he so easily made it to the surface, maybe we should go investigate and see if we can find that there's something else going on down there.
I mean, at the least, you probably want to deal with the fact there's a hole to the Underdark in your town. Like, even if it don't relate to this at all, you should seal that off.
Yeah, that's why we should go take a look.
Okay. Let's go then, I guess.
Checks out for me.
All right, and little Joseph leads you sort of around to this weird part of the garden. So this part of the garden has a lot of stone sculptures around. And this is the part of the garden where they have a lot of blue stone. It's a very sort of beautiful blue. Some of it's painted, but some of it's real. And sort of, everybody, first of all, make me perception checks.
18 for me.
16.
I can never remember what I have.
A 2.
All right. So Stant and Talia do not sort of notice anything. They're just sort of taking in the surroundings. But both Baruch and Roan notice that sort of in this area, there are tiny little holes in the ground, about 10 of them, that look like something burst out of them.
It's diglet holes.
And then Little Joseph sort of leads you around and points to this not big. It's enough for him to fit, but you would actually all have to sort of crawl down to get in. But he's like, this is where I came from. This is my way in and out.
Be careful, mate. You might... I guess you're careful enough to get up here, so I trust you. But I'm rooting for you, mate. Just be careful.
I'm heading down in. You can follow me if you want. And he walks into the tunnel.
Yeah, Stant does too.
I mean, Stant went, so Talia's like, wait for me. Like, don't leave.
I mean, we should continue the B movie decisions, and we should all go into the scary dark hole.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. And as you enter into darkness, your vision has to shift to try to see, and we're done for the night.
Oh, snap. Oh, my gosh.
We've done like nothing to solve the conspiracy, and now we're going into the Underdark. I'm sure
Hey,
we're
we
going to
got-
be able to finish this in 2 episodes.
Things
got
are
5
definitely
days.
happening.
More importantly, we got to do that Pokemon tournament. That's sweet.
Right?
Sweet Pokemon tournament
There are
for,
like 12 things that
times
we
our
have to
money
do in,
in 5
2
days.
episodes. It'll
for
work.
only 10 times our money.
All
if we
right.
beat 60 other.
Here I am, cutting
Here I
people
am.
off.
Wait, sorry.
Okay, so that was episode 4. If you missed some of it, or if you came in late, or you left early, or you're still here, you're not here, the rest of it will be available. The whole thing will be available on YouTube and iTunes and SoundCloud and wherever else you listen to podcasts later this week. Usually YouTube is up before everything else because that's easier to do. With that being said, we are doing a different schedule next week. It's going to be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time instead of our normal Tuesday schedule. That was picked because all 5 of these beautiful faces decided on that. So we'll be back Wednesday next week, 8 p.m. Central Time, and then after that we will return to our normal Tuesday slot at 7 p.m. Slot because, we are so important on the Twitch time slots that, we got to be slotted in at these specific times.
Say slot one more
It
time.
is sweep.
Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the show. I am going to fade out to some music. They're going to wave goodbye, and we will see you all next week.
Good night.